And when you design building or any object, you draw the one line, and this one line start to actually define the world in your own way. It doesn't matter whether you're designing bridges or designing the water tower or a house. We are dancing with a sort of a world. And as you dance, the form and architecture start to emerge.
Where we're moving is trying to expand the role of architecture within broad social, cultural, political terms.
Architecture is not just about building buildings.
It's really not about making the perfect space. It's more about how things in a space relate to each other.
It's a way of formatting ideas. It engages technological questions, social questions, spatial questions.
Pragmatics or beauty or monumentality.
Fusion of color, form, pattern, graphics.
That intersection of digital and physical spaces.
You can use 3D scanning, robotic scanning.
You look at things from different angles, you can start to see things more holistically. It's not a linear journey by any means, so it's always back and forth in all ends of the spectrum.
The rigor to deal with reality and application multiplied times an incredibly speculative way of thinking.
What architects are capable of is creating possibility.
Our ability to think abstractly, to solve complex issues, to visualize spatially, it's a skill that everybody needs. It's more and more in demand.
It's about leadership. We got a very good chance of bringing on a whole new level of connectivity in which all the disciplines that reflect the reality of contemporary art and culture can be connected and can be involved with science, medicine, whatever it might be, politics.
We ought to be retraining ourselves to engage more forcefully and more generously.
And I think a university like UCLA could lead that. That is put together of the great thinkers around the world and institutional leaders to propose ideas for the future.
Los Angeles is uniquely positioned to interrogate all the questions that in fact must be interrogated not only artistically but socially.
There's an edge quality, a blankness and an emptiness. Maybe it is that Western United States on the edge of the vast Pacific that allows you to think freshly. We are a city of architecture.
There's still no solution for what its problems are.
A city that still has all of the new forms of urbanization that characterize the global condition.
It's the perfect lab for an architect today.
It's about engaging the community and putting our ideas and research back out in the world to hopefully influence the future.
The future is unknowable, but it's not unthinkable. And we have to be thinking about the future.
Artists have a different view of society, and often they see things well before we do.
When we're approaching all the problems today, we're looking at the specificity of their cultural, economic, political, social constructs that form them. Without understanding the nature of that, you don't even understand the problem you're attacking.
We are the one who designed the environment, any kind of dimension of the world.
Whether it's within the public sphere, whether it's in infrastructure or transportation, whether it has to do with landscape. We set out some broad situation. What is the problem we're trying to solve?
We should be training students to generate a range of solutions.
To push the boundary of our profession.
To bring together the most creative people in the world to learn, connect, and create.
To solve really big problems.
I wouldn't say it's about aesthetics, it's about ethics.
Some schools train architects to be great builders.
The solution has to encompass all of humanity, and I think without art, we're not encompassing all of humanity.
Some train them to be great designers.
We have to create a new kind of leadership equation where decisions are made by business leaders, by political leaders, but also by creative leaders with equal signs between them.
We teach architects to be cultural leaders and civic professionals.
The possibility that architecture opens new futures is one of the fundamental roles of our discipline.